Alright guys, we're going to talk about how I made this wand, and I'm going to make another one with mostly the same stats, maybe a little worse, just to show the process, and I'm probably just going to like give it away to someone who comments or something, I don't know yet, but um, since there's a lot of steps, I won't be able to do it in just like one take, right? So there'll just be multiple clips like spliced together, and I'll kind of explain what went on between each clip. So first thing I did was bought a item level, it just has to be 84 plus, but this was an 86 imbued wand. And then I did the Hillock craft for 28% quality. You could do perfect fossils for 30% quality. I just didn't have any and didn't think it was too big of a deal. And then you basically, you scour it, it'll be a white base, and you're gonna use a transmute, and you're gonna alt spam it until you hit T1 runic spell damage. It should take around 1600 alts, or you could even just buy one, a blue base with T1 spell damage on it already. You don't want to buy a yellow base, even if you think, oh, I can remove all these mods with like harvest crafting or a null or something. You don't want to buy a yellow base because we're gonna have to imprint this to be able to safely fracture it, because fracturing will be a 1 out of 3. So you want to buy a blue base because you can't imprint yellow bases, you can only imprint blue bases. Yeah, so the next step here will be to get 3 prefixes on the item and attempt to fracture it. But before we can get 3 prefixes, we want to imprint it. Imprint will look something like this. So I'm gonna cut here, I'm gonna imprint it, and then I'll be back with adding on 3 prefixes. Alright guys, we're back. I got some imprints here. We're basically just going to imprint the T1 runic. If you had a magic base, which is the blue base, and you had a suffix on here as well, you would imprint it with the suffix, and then just annul, 50-50 annul. And if you miss the annul, as in you remove the runic, then you would restore the imprint and try again. And then you're going to keep doing that until you just have runic. And then you're going to make an imprint of that. So this base is what we're going to be imprinting. You want to imprint it perfectly divined, if possible, because we're going to end up fracturing as well. And you can't change the rolls after fracturing it. So we're going to go ahead and create an imprint of this. Cool. Now the process here is going to be to augment it, which will guarantee add a suffix. Oh, running out of augments actually. Cool. We got a suffix, and then now we're going to regal and hope we get a prefix, so that we can end up getting 3 prefixes. So we got a suffix, so what we'll have to do here is, do we have the add a prefix? So I'm going to have to buy the beast that adds a prefix and removes a suffix, which costs like 10 C each, so I'll be back when I have that. Okay, so I got the Ferric Wolf Alphas, and now we're going to add a prefix, remove random suffix. So we're going to remove, no, too bad. We're going to remove these 2 suffixes and start adding prefixes so that we can have 3 prefixes, so that we can 1 out of 3 fracture them. Cool, now we have 2 prefixes. One more time actually. Cool, now we have triple prefix. And then now I'll be back. We're going to try to buy this right here. Let me scroll down. My scroll wheel doesn't work, so I have to do this. We're going to buy this fracture prefix here, and it will be 1 out of 3. So I'll go ahead and do that. Cool, and I'll be back when we're at that step. Alright guys, we're back again. We found someone selling a fracture 1 out of 3 prefixes for 1x, so we'll see if we hit it. If not, we have to restore the imprint that we have and get back to the state where we have 3 prefixes. Confirm fraction, yes. Cool. So we didn't hit it, unfortunate. Accept. Alright, so now we're going to restore the imprint, make a new imprint. So we're going to use this to restore to runic. And then we're going to make a new imprint. Okay. We have our new imprint. Now we have to get back to having 3 prefixes. So we will augment, which will give us a suffix. So we have 2 suffixes again, which means we need to add a prefix, remove a random suffix. We need to do this twice again to get our 3 prefixes. There we go. Let me see if this conveniently, if this guy's another one. Do you have another? If not, we will find a different one. Yeah, so that guy doesn't have one, so we will ask this guy. This guy's charging 1x as well. Maybe I'll keep this all together and I won't cut if it doesn't take too long. Okay, I'm probably gonna end up cutting and then I'll just splice it back in when we find another fracture. Alright guys, we are back again for the second fracture, 1 out of 3 prefixes. As you can see, we have the runic that we want to hit, and we just pray, I guess. So this guy's charging 1x as well. Is he gonna accept? This guy's trying to get me to pay first. Alright, guess we're paying first. This guy's kind of sketchy. Be careful who you give your item to. I'm just kind of in a rush, so I just picked anybody. But ideally find someone more trusted. Nice, so we hit it. TY. So now we could scour it, and it will, since it's fractured, this will keep all the mods. Cool, so we have T1 spell damage fractured, just like this wand, and then we have an imprint that we're going to just throw in a tab, just in case we brick it somehow. I'm not sure how we could brick it, but who knows. So now we are going to chaos spam until we hit T1 lightning, and that's the next step. So it's a blue item now, so we're going to regal, and we're just going to chaos spam until we hit T1 lightning damage, not lightning damage to attacks, just T1 lightning damage. So, might take a while, so I'll just go ahead and cut, and then I'll splice it back in, and we'll see how many chaos I had to spend. Alright guys, I spammed about 80 chaos, and I was like, you know what, we're not trying to make a GG wand here, so let's just use an essence of wrath, and this will get you around tier 1.5 lightning damage. As you can see, T1 lightning goes from 24 to 315, like high rolls, and this goes from 22 to 286. So this is basically like a worse divined T1. So we'll just see how this goes. It will guarantee hit that. We just want to see if we can remove all the other mods as well. Oh, it has to be rare, my bad. Regal. There we go. So we hit the lightning damage. So we can remove a random caster mod to get rid of that prefix because our caster spell damage is fixed. So let's see if we have remove caster. We do. So we'll go ahead and remove that lightning damage so we can do the prefixes now. Cool. So now we have a prefix, which is T1 spell damage, and then we have our essence lightning damage. And the suffixes don't matter because we're going to end up just scouring them with a meta mod as well. Awesome. So now we just augment cold and remove add cold until we hit cold damage, and we're going to add on this caster mods. Cannot roll caster mods because if you look at the possible rolls for a wand, first of all, crafting a suffix blocks every suffix since we now have 3 suffixes, but it will also block all these caster cold tags. So like percent increased cold damage, all these are going to be caster. These lightning or plus cold skill gems is going to be caster. Cold damage to spells, these are all caster. So all we can hit is cold is extra chaos, or we can hit flat cold. So it massively increases our odds. So I'm going to augment cold, and we're just going to remove add until we hit like T3, T2 maybe. Let me just link my friend this wand real quick. Okay. Augment cold. Oh wow, okay, so we hit T2, and if you didn't hit T2 right away, you would remove add until you hit it. It would take about 5 or 10, not too many. Okay, now we're gonna hit it with the Reforge a random with lucky modifiers, keeping all prefixes, just to see what suffixes we can hit. We hit 2 suffixes, none are target removable, so we're just gonna do meta mod to remove them. Okay, we got some more Reforge keeping prefixes, and we're gonna see if we can just get suffixes that we like or suffixes that we can remove. The concept is that it will save money over doing prefixes can't be changed and scouring and then augmenting everything individually. I'm gonna try to do this until we get at least 1 mod and remove the other ones. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so let's see what we get. Fire damage, cast speed. Let's go again. These are 100 siege. We're gonna keep that, and I'll explain why in a second. Probably in the next clip I'll explain why we're keeping it. So it was 200 C, so there we go. I guess I'll explain now. The reason we're keeping the reason we're gonna keep this projectile speed is because we can augment speed, and we're guaranteed to get attack speed if we craft on cannot roll cast speed, because there's only 3 speed modifiers: cast speed, attack speed, and then projectile speed. So if we have this one blocked, and then we have caster mods cannot be rolled, then we can go ahead and craft attack speed on it, I believe. So I'll see you in the next clip. Alright guys, I decided I didn't really like the guaranteed attack speed approach because I want to go for crit first, so we're going to reforge keeping prefixes. Oh nice, we got T1 multi. Awesome. We'll be back in the next clip. Yeah, so that clip was a little rushed, but I'll go ahead and explain what we did. We basically went to the meta mod over here, and we did prefixes can't be changed, and then we scoured it, and then we aug crit for guaranteed crit chance or crit multi, and we ended up in T1 multi, so that's pretty good. Now the next step is to get attack speed, and then we're going to craft on crit chance with quality. Alright guys, now we are augmenting speed, and we have cannot roll cast modifiers, so we can only hit projectile speed or attack speed. and it's about 50-50. So we'll see how it goes. This is 1.8x for nog, and if we miss it, we'll have to remove add speed, which is like 2x, so we'll see. Yeah, so we got projectile speed. Do you have remove add speed? That's 112. Let me see. Alright, so now we're gonna do some remove add speeds to try to get attack speed. We'll settle for like T2, T1 maybe. Because we can't really target this projectile speed, unfortunately. We'll see how it goes. What is this loading screen? Hello? Loading screen? I think I crashed. Nope, okay. Alright, remove. It's always a good idea to confirm your crafts in chat before they do it, just so no misclicks can happen. I can't see the roll. Keep. Alright, so we got T3 attack speed, we'll keep that. We gotta split the stack. Nice, T1. So now the last step, or second to last step, is to get the crit chance quality benchcraft on here. I guess in the meantime we will try to vouch him. Sir Gregory. Cool. While he's looking for that, we're gonna vouch at Sir Gregory. Plus at speed. Sweet. Hopefully he has it. That would save us some time. Alright, we're quickly gonna check if that's the right roll. PoDB benchcrafter. So we want item class, and then we want chance. Yes. Alright, so it's 1x. We'll give him a tip as well. And then we'll see what we hit here. Wow, alright, perfect roll. Wow, GG, CY. You have quality equal attack speed. This guy might have all of our crafts, that'd be really lucky. Let's just see if this guy has the quality thing as well.
My mana is gone.
If not, we can always just buy it. See how much it is. Alright, so it's only like 15C. Oh, he's not online. Let's find someone who is online. 20C now. He's not online either. 24C. Not online. 25C. Not online. This guy's online. Alright, nearly done. Let me just link this to my friend while we're chilling here. Alright, 25C. Alright, this is the last step. Basically, I'm just getting the enchant that does quality does not increase fizz damage because we wouldn't do any fizz, and we're converting it to attack speed instead. Quality equal attack speed. Always good to double confirm, just so we don't get a wrong craft on here. Nice, and now we're just done. You could do the white sockets if you wanted. TY. Alright guys, that's how I made a wand. It cost me about, I'd say about 13, 14x, something like that. But this could easily sell for around 50, 55x. And if you had one like mine, this has been mirrored once already with a 20x mirror fee, so it's really not hard to make these ones, but they are in like decent demand for wanders. So I'll be giving this away if you guys want to, I don't know, comment or something. I'll just like give it to somebody.